back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. The troupe tried to survive combat with the demon gorilla Rage-narok. Tyler tried to blind the beast, but almost hit Shadow Nemesis instead. Shadow Nemesis exchanged blows with it in a vicious melee and was repeatedly hit with a necrotic-powered blade. And Dell summoned more animals to join the fray and aid her friends. Meanwhile, New Rogue ventured deeper into the jungle away from the battle to search for the drums and maybe some dinosaur allies. Will New Rogue succeed in his quest to build a makeshift drum and call forth dinosaurs who will surely ally with him and help What Change defeat their foe? I doubt it.
Yeah. Hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad, we're back. Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft. We will do a quick recap of our previous episode, and then we will dive on in to this old new one. So, our heroes have been battling Rage-narok, an evil demonic gorilla with the Reaper's Scream, a deadly sword on its back. Dell, trapped inside armor that has been cursed to fit to her, is unable to use her magic and has disadvantage on pretty much everything. She has been crawling away from combat while using her Ravenloftian Pokeball to summon animals she is sending into battle. Shadow Nemesis has gone completely berserk after hanging on to his personality for honestly longer than any of us thought he would. With his berserker axe, he has been hacking away at this gorilla. They've been trading blows back and forth. It is two reckless giants waging war on each other. Tyler has continued to throw some magic from the side, knowing that Shadow Nemesis is a danger to anyone in combat, which has been confirmed as he has fully frenzied at this point, forcing everyone else to stay back from the melee, or melee, as our comments keep getting mad at me for. New Rogue has been dashing away from combat, determined that because he heard drums in the distance and he realized they were being used to summon dinosaurs, he could get a drum for himself to summon dinosaurs. He is 120 feet away from combat, unable to see any of it, and realized that the drummers are perhaps very far away, so he has decided to make a drum. It was suggested to him he could use his wand to summon a magic spell, or he could beat on a large tree using thaumaturgy. He chose neither of those. He is going to attack a hollow tree and turn his sunblade up as bright as possible to garner as much dino tension as he can. That's the plan. That's where we're at. Does anybody have any continuity questions?
That's it, baby.
That's it, I think.
Oh, I think that's it.
All righty.
That's it.
And with that, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. New Rogue, 15 feet in the air, you stand next to a large trunk, your sunblade cranked to the max in one hand, and you are ready to use its bright light and hammer on a hollow tree in the hopes of summoning dinosaurs. Right. And as you raise your weapons high to strike the first blow, the mist swirls up around you.
Incredible.
And I need you to roll me a d6 as you lash out.
5.
Yay!
Yeah, yes.
You strike a blow that reverberates somehow into the earth and up through this entire massive tree you're standing next to. The light shining from the sunblade as you hammer again and again and again, way more frantically than I was selling in a heroic way now that I've seen you do it in actuality. Yeah. It's much closer to a baby banging on something on their desk, but like he's doing that with his weapons when all of a sudden you start hearing branches break. And then you can't feel the tremors through the ground because you're beating so loudly. And that's when, with a roar, a 20-foot Tyrannosaurus Rex with black and white stripes down its spine and a big scar over one eye appears and roars, this sound shaking through your torso as you realize you are looking eye to eye with this creature and it is engaging in a full threat display. What do you do?
I'm going to try to win its over. So I'm going to try to exert some of my own dominance.
Oh, no.
Okay.
And then, that's great. So I'm going to look him right back in the eyes. And with my sunblade, I'm going to make myself I'm going to place it behind my head so that you just see a ray of sun going up. So it makes it look like I have just a golden mohawk. I'm getting as big as possible. I'm showcasing my fangs. I'm telling Jack Magnum, make a scary face, buddy. Scary face. You got to win this. dude over.
Animal handling. That is way more important than you may realize.
Oh no.
You said it's way more important than I realize?
Yes.
Oh, it's a good thing I rolled a nat 20.
With this sword blazing over your head, Jack Magnum at your chest takes a deep breath. Is there anything you say before Jack Magnum bleats?
I just say, Dino! Who's the boss?
And out of Jack Magnum, instead of the cries of fear that you've heard, the bleats of fear that have come in the past from him, he looks up and just goes, bah! And it echoes through the entire jungle, this massive goat threat display. And you see the T-Rex look at you. Oh man, it rolled a 3 and just go, just takes a half a step back, looking at you unsure now about what's happening.
Okay, do you think if I use one other thing, it might? Okay, hold on. Back up.
I can't tell you how it's gonna work. You tell me what you want to do.
Don't get shy now, dude. You
no,
banged on a tree until a dinosaur showed up, and now you're kind of intimidating.
No.
Whatever you think you got to do.
No. I would just like to make sure it fully understands me. Now, usually when I use command and it's with an animal, they don't understand. But I feel like because I've won it over enough, and I feel like it might instinctually know me, if I were to use a command, it might just be a cherry on top. Because what I want to do is cast command, but let me run you through what command does first so we make sure it works. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect on the undead, or if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
Okay.
I'm just hoping because the nat 20 and everything, and because it came from another animal, it understands. I have to give all of this. So I'm going to command. I'm going to go, Ezra, baby, make this beautiful dino bastard understand me, please. Yeah. And I'm going to cast command on it. Shoot my command love at it. And then I'm going to say, as I point to Jack Magnum and I, follow!
Okay.
Praise!
It's still looking at you.
Okay,
what
great.
do you do?
I'm going to turn. I'm going to make myself into like a dinosaur shape.
You are 15 feet up a tree. So I want to be clear. You're going to dino hop from tree to tree?
Hell yeah.
All right. Can you roll me an athletics? Or I would accept acrobatics as you are leaping tree to tree.
All right. Let's see which one is better. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use athletics. Because that brings it to, well, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, with my modifier, that brings it to a 16.
Okay, 16. You start moving through the trees. You can't move at your full speed. You normally would be able to get 60 feet if you were hurrying through the trees, but you are able to get half that distance. You are able to get 30. And that's when you hear a roar and you look behind you and you realize you have made a slight error. In that you had dominated this Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it was afraid of you until you turned and started running from it. And now the T-Rex is coming after you full bore with pure aggression because you started out like a predator, and now you are acting like prey. No! And now we're going to return back to the combat.
Oh, it's following you.
Oh, it is following you.
Yeah, don't let it catch up.
You did it.
Dr. Deputy Extreme is on top of you, Del, stepping just over you gently. She's like, which part do you want me to try to take off, boss?
Oh no, whatever. I'm just laying in the grass. I've like given up.
But are you giving? Look. Oh, we rolled really well. You're giving up? You're the boss. What the fuck?
I can't move good. This is super annoying.
You think you can't move good? Look at me. Tell me one time I move good, boss. Tell me one time.
I don't know. You're pretty sneaky.
No, I'm not. I got caught every time. If I was good, I'd be in charge. Here's the deal, boss. And he flips you over like a turtle onto your back. And he gets in your face, and his breath smells terrible. He's still shadowy. It's not great to look at. And he's like, being a squire means everything sucks. You give me a good bow, now it sucks and it's mean to me. Everyone hits me. I die all the time. Everything is about dominance and power. Everything is bad. And do you know what I do? Every day, I wake up and I'm still a squire. I don't give up. I do what the fucking boss says. You don't like being weak and slow? Here's the deal. You've already done like 4 things I could not do in this combat, and you can barely walk. Do you know what the myths give me? This hat. I am not strong. I am not fast. I am not dexterous. I am not smart. I am still here. That is all I have. I am present, and I do not know why I am alive. I lived like 5 times longer than any squire has ever lived. And I'm still here. I will shoot this bow I hate at that gorilla I hate because you tell me to do it. But if you give up, what the fuck? You're worse than a squire?
And I slowly sit up and I pull out from my side my revolver. I'm like, we'll just keep shooting that stupid gorilla, DDX.
Yeah, see, that's the boss I want. The boss who does murders when she's afraid. That's my boss.
Okay, let's figure it out.
Let's do this one together. And he reaches over and grabs your hand that has the gun in it. And you both aim the gun together. He says, you pull the trigger when it looks good. My vision is not great.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Del, can you roll me a perception, but normal, not disadvantage, just perception?
Okay. It's so bad. It's a 4 altogether. We're in the head.
All right, you can't help his stats at all. You make things slightly worse, but he's going to. He now has disadvantage. I was trying to help.
I was also trying to help, you know?
And he rolls a 7. And with a 7, you fire your gun and the bullet goes wide and hits a tree in the distance. Tyler, it's just over your head in one of those ways where you're like, what the fuck? And just looking afterwards. And the squire looks at you, Del, and says, good. That's better. This is a good boss. And he pets you on the head and he says, you do a murder now. Do a good murder for your friends.
Yeah, okay. We'll just keep doing the murder for friends.
Now we have a plan. He's so relieved by the whole thing. And it's Rage-narok taking swings at our dear boy Shadow Nemesis in the center of this. An unstoppable force has met an unstoppable force in the middle of this clearing. As this frenzy overcomes both of them. He is lashing out first with his fists. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah. Not looking good, folks.
Christ.
And that will do 10 piercing damage, which is cut in half. So that does 5 damage because it's just the regular fist. Again, getting hammered with one of the fists. Dirty 20 again. That one will do. That is 14 damage, which is cut in half to 7. And then the third strike, which is with the Reaper's Scream as its smoke-filled blade goes through the air. He rolled a 1 and he rolled an 8, which will become. Ooh, this is going to be close.
Cut himself in half. Come on.
Well, is he rolling with disadvantage because the rats are all over him?
He does not have disadvantage because of the rats. He has advantage because of the reckless thing. It's like a weird stack
okay. Got it.
Of like rats are on him, which doesn't give him disadvantage because you don't have disadvantage from fighting more than one opponent. You have advantage against him, but he is also going reckless. So I will argue rats and Shadow Nemesis in close combat theoretically at this point would have. This is total bullshit. I don't care. Whatever. D&D's fun. I will give them double advantage on attacks in close combat against him because he's reckless and he's being like cornered. Like the angles are against him. That'll apply for anybody else who
the rats
engages
don't
in close
count.
combat.
The boar is there for that anyway.
Yep. Oh, just a second. Oh, they're making jokes in Slack. So I can't help but notes that matter for the show.
Sorry.
It was not
Oh my god.
That was me.
Not me this time.
Fucking animals. All right.
I was a good boy.
And then the attack with Reaper's Scream, which will come to 17 to hit.
Yeah. I have one remaining, so no matter what you roll, I'm dead.
You. And he rolls very, very well for that. That will be 17 damage, all necrotic, as the blade passes through you and you fall unconscious before the raging gorilla standing over his body.
Mm-hmm.
The rats continue biting the gorilla as Rage-narok leans forwards and raises his weapons. It is clear for you, Del, for Dr. Deputy Extreme, and for Tyler, Rage-narok is not a tactical thinker. This is a full frenzying gorilla, which means incapacitation will not necessarily mean he moves on unless you make a big play to get him away from Shadow Nemesis. Otherwise, it's like a dog. It's just going to fight one thing until it's dead and then shift attention. So he's looming forwards, but with rats biting him, the rats get double advantage. They get an 18, which will hit. The rats will Jesus Christ. The rats get 11 damage. They're just going to town on this gorilla as it leans forward.
They're angry with Adam being like just like
Dead?
down to the ground. Well, not yet, but
Yes, yet.
you're
I'm unconscious. All right.
Alrighty, so he has been struck unconscious. The rats are still attacking, and we circle back around to Shadow Nemesis. I need your first death saving throw.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess as I fall, the thorns go back into the axe, and I'm just like as I'm dying, like, damn, dirty. And then I'm like unconscious. All right, then I'm gonna roll. Let's see. Okay, that is an 18.
Oh.
Nice.
18, very impressive. That will, interesting. Okay, there is an additional ability here that could be of interest to you, Shadow Nemesis. Your symbiote that you have grown closer to over time, Shadow Master, has a vested interest in your survival and takes steps to ensure it. If you fail a saving throw, or you could choose to have your symbiote expend one of your hit dice and add the number to the saving throw, turning failure into a success. But if you use this feature on a death saving throw, you succeed on the save and regain 1 hit point, regardless of the number rolled. So if you sacrifice a hit die, you can only do this once until you finish a long rest. But you could spend a hit die and automatically recover to 1 health point.
Oh, wow. All right. So Shadow Master just tells me this?
Well, by the way, you have to decide to do it unless he's charmed you. But Shadow Master is there. You are falling into unconsciousness. The rage is still surrounding you. You're seeing Gregornant Mans. You've seen this big blue and red furred gorilla just pound you into dust with this weapon. You feel the insides of your body dying. Inside your mind palace, inside the Sherlock room, you are crawling along the floor as the books begin to shake and fall around you, and black veins are tearing through the exterior of the room. And that's when you see Shadow Master over you in his full regalia as the security guard from the abandoned Whitby Mental Hospital. Just take my hand. We can do this.
Okay.
And you reach up and take his hand, and in a blast, you are brought back to your body. You feel the symbiote's gain, not just on your brain and on your nervous system, but you feel the tendrils extend even further, sinking deeper into your organs, but forcing your heart to beat, forcing your lungs there. And you snap back into consciousness with a massive inhale. And you find yourself with Rage-narok closing in over you, the rats biting deeper, blood dripping down. You realize you are freed of the thorns. There is no vision of Gregornant Man, but Rage-narok is standing over you. And because you and Shadow Master have been so relatively aligned of late, it is your turn.
Oh.
What do you do? We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Yay! Fuck yeah.
Get him. Christ.
Shadow Nemesis, you find yourself on your back looking up at Rage-narok, but your axe is in your hand and the creature clearly thinks it's about to win. What do you do?
Okay, I got my senses back. I don't know where Gregan went. He probably got real scared because I'm a scary guy, and he ran away. I don't know where Magilla Gorilla went as well. I'm not questioning that. That was probably a mistake to bring that up. So I'm close to death, and I remember in Fist of the North Star, there's this character named Rao, and he's like the big bad for like half the series, and there's this one scene at the end. He loses to Kenshiro, but he's so powerful that he raises a fist into the sky, and just his energy, his life force, just like goosh, just like blasts into the heavens and parts the sky, and all the nuclear clouds go away, and it gets sunny for the first time since the Holocaust. And so thinking that I want to just like and I take my axe two-handed, and I just want to like try to like uppercut his face with a Rao attack, and then I'll say, because I was mumbling "damn dirty ape," I was like damn dirty ape, damn dirty ape, damn dirty ape, and then I'll attack him.
And you attack. Roll your attack with double advantage, meaning you get to roll 3 times.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
1-1-1. Okay.
I will make note, you are not raging anymore. The rage was knocked out of you. So this is Shadow Nemesis, regular size, lunging upwards with his full weight at the head of this gorilla, nearly twice his size.
Oh. Still naked.
Still naked.
Could I rage
Butt
again?
naked. Do you have a rage inside you?
I got like 3 rages.
Well, how many have you used?
Only 1.
Well, then, hell yes. You grow to 10 feet as you lunge upwards, just growing larger. So naked, so big. This super strike with the axe happening. Let's roll this attack with double advantage. 3 die rolls.
3. All right.
Everybody who plays Dungeons and Dragons or DMs at home is horrified of me right now, and I do not care. Let's do
Fuck
it.
yeah.
All right. That's first one's a 13. Then I got a 16. Then I got a 2. So I'm going to use, wait. So I'm going to use my bardic inspiration. Oh, wait, hold on a second. No, that's just a 16, but then it's plus 7.
Yeah, so that's a 23.
Yeah,
That one's good.
I'll save my bardic inspiration then. So yeah, I'll say 23.
That hit. I will confirm that hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
All right. And then like the Fist of the North Star song plays like I won't sing the whole thing because it's very long. 10. That's a D10. Oh, right. 1D10 plus 5. Which is a 9.
Okay. The first strike deals 9 points of damage, but you get to attack twice. And your second attack, you also get to roll 3 times, double advantage.
Oh, man. All right. I totally forgot about that. All right.
It's Christmas Day for attacks.
Christmas, huh? All right. That's an 8. Not going to go with that one. That's a 5. Not going to go with that one. That's a... Come on, you lousy. All right. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration because I think the highest I rolled was an 8. So then that was a 15. So then plus a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So then that's a 5. So that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right. D10, where are the... Okay, D10. Boink. That is... Ooh, okay, that is a 13.
Nice.
Ooh. With these massive strikes, with the screams of Shadow Nemesis coming out, raging, but once more in control of himself, the rats biting, the spells weakening Rage-narok as this battle happens, and Dell wavering but holding a gun from where she sits on the ground with the help of a squire. Rage-narok is covered in his own blood. He's staggering. He's still roaring, fists hammering into the ground, but he is so close to the end, and you can all see it. Dell. You look up at this demonic gorilla from where you sit awkwardly holding your gun. What do you do?
Oh, I'm just gonna realign. I'm closing one eye and opening an eye, and I'm just and I just shoot the gun again.
I want to offer you an option, Del.
Yeah.
You have the Dr. Deputy here.
Yep.
Who is very much determined to help you. If you make him kneel in front of you, you can use his shoulder to steady your aim, a la Mad Max Fury Road, but you will have to give up his turn entirely. There will be nothing else he can do but serve as this support for you. If you do that, I will let you roll this attack without disadvantage. It'll just be a regular attack roll.
Okay. I'm doing
Do you
it.
want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm like, DDX, stay still.
You got it, boss. I'm a table.
There we go. This is our combined efforts stumbling around together. We're going to do what we can. I rolled a 17 plus 7.
A 24 will definitively hit. Please roll your damage.
All right. Here it is. 2d12 plus 2. Oh, it's 17, 18, 19 damage altogether.
Del, you and the squire, a boss and a table, a natural combination for warfare. You line up your dirty, hairy pistol. You pull back the hammer, you sight forwards, and you fire. And this bullet flies forwards. Rage-narok at this perfect moment is roaring, staggering back, looks over at you, and the bullet just enters in through an eye. His left eye bursts outwards, and his head is thrown back in a spray as the bullet comes out the other side and blood falls, and Rage-narok collapses first to its knees and then forwards, dead. Only there is a certain raging barbarian directly in front of them. Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, Shadow Nemesis?
Uh-oh.
Say the line.
Danger sense?
Correct.
Hey,
You do get danger sense.
did it. All right. So that's advantage. Look at this. All right. This is season 3. I'm starting to understand the rules. All right. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, everybody.
Only took a year and a half. Also, we just introduced an ability you should have had all along, so we're having a time.
Dexterity is +1, so that is 18 total.
18 total. You step aside, perfectly timed for Rage-narok's body to fall to his knees and slam into the ground. He has been slain. And you all have this moment to breathe this sigh of relief. Del, how does it feel to have struck the killing blow against this gorilla?
It's one of those weird things where it's like I went from giving up to being like, okay, I'll try. And then it's like, as soon as that shot lands, my hands are very stable and darkness grows around my shadow. And it feels really good as I gain 6 temp HP from murdering this thing. Oh. And I am just like...
Del laughing maniacally, having committed another homicide. Shadow Nemesis victorious in combat. Tyler, you find yourself looking at this situation. What are you feeling as this gorilla falls?
Like I did nothing. Like I just watched it all happen. They don't need me.
And that is exactly what you think when New Rogue, being chased by a Tyrannosaurus, bursts into the clearing. New Rogue, can you roll me another athletics?
Yes, but while I'm doing this, am I seeing like an opening where all of my friends are and the gorilla person?
You have been heading towards that. So essentially, I'm seeing if you have gotten here without having to suffer any Tyrannosaurus attacks, or if you have got there clean.
Great. So it's I rolled a 16, and so with my athletics, that's going to be and my buffer. Sorry, give me a second. That's a 23.
You make it clean. That was not an easy roll for you to be able to do, but the dinosaur only got an 18 on its roll. So you have been blasting through these trees with the T-Rex just behind you. When you suddenly burst, you see your friends in the clearing. You've caught the edge of these trees. Are you leaping down to the ground? Are you going to try to move around the clearing? The gorilla is dead. Your friends are in place.
No, well, I don't know that first because I'm still at the top. I'm going to stay to the top, right? Because I'm already up here. I feel like this gives me range that the other folks didn't have from last time. And I just come there. I'm like, all right, Rage-narok, you may have confused me back at the barn when you were a troll or an ogre or whatever. But I've come back with a vengeance, so get ready to be mowed down by my friend, Mr. T to the Rex!
And the T-Rex, because you have stopped at the height of 15 feet, just at its head height, and it has been chasing you as you give this speech, attacks you. It rolls a 22 to hit.
Oh, fuck! I jump to the other side of the clearing.
I fly to the sky.
All right, it's going to bite you for...
Because you have to understand, in New Rogue's mind, like, I think I dominated it, and though you told me it saw that my turning my back on it was a weakness, I don't think I caught on to that, so I'm still fully of the mind that...
I completely get that. And that's why it is very shocking to you when the T-Rex lashes out and bites down and you take 22 points of piercing damage as its sword-like teeth clamp around your torso and it pulls you out of the tree.
Guys! Rage-narok's friend is here!
And it's going to throw you to the ground and attack you again. That's a 15 to hit as it stomps down. But your AC is what?
Sound guy.
Wait, how much? Sorry, say again.
15 to hit. 1-5.
Oh, no, I'm a 16, baby.
You roll aside just as a massive foot stomps down towards you. And the T-Rex looks at all of your companions in the fallen Rage-narok, lowers itself down to protect its vulnerable underbelly, and roars. An absolute devastating earthquake of sound, spraying and shaking all of you as you realize Rage-narok may be defeated, but there is a new king in this jungle that you now must face. We'll take a quick commercial break right there.
Oh.
I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh, rough. Oh, man.
That's
13.
That's a natural 20, total of 21.
Wow.
Yay! I rolled a
cannon.
total of 4.
I rolled a solid 13.
4 makes sense. I'm very,
That's true.
very dead.
Dr.
Flat-footed.
Dr. Deputy, hey, not bad. The boar?
Yeah.
Hey, shit, the boar's doing pretty good.
You don't got any dinosaurs in that Pokeball there, do you, Del?
Never rolled a 6. I don't know what that one is. Maybe it's another T-Rex.
Roll some T-Rexes, some Stegosauruses.
Giraffe.
Go get them, Terry.
Okay. There is this threat display that occurs, but all of you know T-Rexes are not nice, so combat is about to ensue. Tyler, you standing there, feeling like you had contributed nothing in this combat, surrounded by your mirror images with your blade song in place. Everything you thought was going to be completely wasted. Now realize you are the first and most prepared to act as this T-Rex appears, tearing New Rogue off a tree with its teeth, throwing him to the ground, and trying to stomp him to death while roaring at the rest of you. This creature is 20 feet from you. What do you do?
I am going to spend my last second level spell slot. We are just working our way down the spell slots to cast Web. I conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of my choice within range. This is a range of 60 feet. The web fills a 20-foot cube from that point for the duration. This lasts for an hour. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure their area. If the webs aren't anchored between two solid masses, such as walls or trees, I'm thinking trees. This T-Rex is still
there's a lot of trees in this area.
Jungle, right?
Yeah. Super dense.
If they don't have anchor points, then the webs just like fall flat. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free.
Great. What's the DC on our dex saving throw?
15.
15. And it was the first time they move within it or the first time they enter it? So should they roll now or on their turn?
On its turn.
On its turn. Okay, we will wait for those turns, but the webs spin up into place surrounding the T-Rex and you, New Rogue, in this cube as you are in combat. Tyler, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, I'll stay right where I am. I'll say, no, sorry, Adam. We talked about it on the commercial, but there's no, you didn't ask for it on air, so I won't throw the potion to you yet. All you got to do is holler while we're actually recording, and it's all yours.
All right, okay.
All right,
yep.
Your turn ends, which means it is now the boar. As we have learned, pigs are very good party members.
So good.
The boar, standing over Rage-narok, looks to you, Dell, and goes...
and from where I'm at, I take the gun and point it at the dinosaur. Attack it!
Boar just charges up and then sprints forwards, but it's ending up inside the web. What happens with the dex save? It fails the dex save and is stuck in the web. The boar just charges forward, immediately hits the web and is stuck. It leapt in the air. Its paws, it's just hooves are out. It's just stuck in this thing. Like if you see a stunt person stick to one of those Velcro walls, that's the boar stuck on a web.
Good job. That's the boar's
turn. New Rogue. You are on the ground. You are inside this field as this is happening. Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Okay. Oh, it's a nat one.
New Rogue, because you are rolling aside, try to roll back up to be able to get out of this, and you end up rolling into a web and fully cocooning yourself. And you get a little further from the T-Rex until it looks like there is a cigar of New Rogue. There is a head, there's a tiny Jack Magnum head, and then it's all webbing the whole way down.
Now,
you cannot move.
I have my head stuck out of it, though, at the top.
Correct.
Okay, great. I'm like, look, guys, you guys got to try and scare this beast, and it will fall under your spell. Trust me, we don't need to have any more enemies. Scare it. Here, use my sunblade. Make it a mohawk. Oh fuck, my sunblade's on my person in the web. Okay, just kill it, guys. Just kill it, please.
Del, you hear this entire conversation as you look on in shock with the Dr. Deputy still serving as a table. What do? You are 25 feet from the dinosaur, 35 feet, something in that range?
Yeah. I detable Dr. Deputy and I look at him and I'm like, DDX, you gotta get that sword, the sword that the gorilla had. You get it to Shadow Nemesis if you can. You're fast.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah,
okay.
You got it, boss.
And then I'm gonna throw my last animal.
Roll me a d6.
I did it. It's a 6.
Yes.
What's it gonna be?
What is it?
Bursting out of this form, almost the size of a horse, is an absolutely giant black furred creature with a black snoot and a big white stripe over its head, and you realize this is a giant badger. With clawed feet. It looks to you silently, somehow knowingly, with its black eyes, and nods majestically to you while waiting instruction.
Protect us from the dinosaur. I pointed the dinosaur. That one bad dinosaur.
And the badger looks at you and looks at its clawed paw and looks at the dinosaur or looks on its back and looks to you and gestures to the woods in the opposite direction. And it does the equivalent of a shrug. Can you roll me an insight check really quickly?
Yeah, no, I'm debating whether I should just run away from my friends. I'll do an insight. It's with disadvantage. It's a 10.
Maybe the bad. Actually, 10's not bad. 10 is fine because it's a pretty broad thing. I think what you realize is saying to protect from something is tremendously vague. It could protect you by fighting. It could protect you by carrying you away. You got to give a more specific instruction. You're lucky you have a pretty smart badger with a better wisdom score than some of our players, in that it's waiting for you to lock down what you want to do instead of just choosing something.
Yeah. I'm like, I was thinking attack, but then I look for where the boar is just entangled, and I'm like, Badger's smart, and I'm like, I put my hands out, like, please take me away from this. I wish to leave.
The badger goes over to you, like knocks you down with one paw, grabs you with its teeth by the back of your armor, and flips you up onto its back. Can you roll me an acrobatics?
Okay. Oh my goodness. It's like this is my nightmare. I keep rolling great rolls and a shitty roll. So it's like goes from a 19 to a 3, so I get a 6 altogether.
It throws you up onto its back and you flip off onto the other side, and you will take you'll take 1 point of damage. You got lucky on that die roll as you hit the ground, and then the badger's like, I
know.
Leans down and picks you up by the scruff of your armor. So again, no teeth on you, and then it just starts lumbering away, just holding you in its mouth like a tiny baby cub as this badger begins running away from combat. So you will now you are 30 feet away from combat. Then the badger sets you down and starts digging, and it rolled really well. The badger begins digging a deep tunnel into the ground, picks you up again, and you are now 10 feet underground in a tunnel with the giant badger just digging like a machine, holding you as it carries you down and further away from combat. You are out of the sight of your comrades. All of you watched a giant badger carry Del away after throwing her around and disappear underground with a pile of dirt appearing behind it.
This is great. I'm having a great time.
Right. The rats just bail. The swarm of rats that were on Rage-narok, they heard a T-Rex, they're gone. They run into the woods. They rolled a 3. There's no bravery there if they're not under really anyone's control right now. Anyways, Dr. Deputy sprints forwards, just dashing across the field, and he goes to Rage-narok and he grabs the Reaper's Scream, the sword blade, and holds it up to you, Shadow Nemesis, and says, "The boss wants you to have this snack. Do your job. Do your job."
All right. And I take it and I'll put it in my bag of holding.
You're supposed to use it.
Quiet! I need medicine. I need help.
No one has medicine. Kill the T-Rex. Kill the T-Rex with the sword. That's your job from the boss.
Tyler, give me medicine. Tyler, I need help.
I don't have any medicine.
Here's the deal. And he takes out the Nemesis axe. He's like, I've done it before. I'll do it again. You kill the T-Rex with that sword, or I got to take the sword to someone better than you.
Oh, okay. Tell you what. Let me just.
He's bargaining.
Okay,
you get to the count of 3 to run at the T-Rex in the webs. Otherwise, X.
Listen, go get medicine for me, and then I'll attack. Okay. Can I? Okay, take the weapon out. I take the sword out. Okay, look.
That's good.
No, okay.
Charge.
Now go get me medicine so I can attack, you idiot.
You go fight, and I'll go get medicine.
I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna jump in the hole. I'm gonna jump in the badger hole.
Okay, well, you have to run like 40 feet to get there. So he gets an attack of opportunity as you dash.
I get 45 feet.
What is this?
He gets a 20 to hit.
Well, I'm dead because I got a 1.
Yeah, so you are struck down by the Dr. Deputy, who just hits you in the lower back with the axe, and you collapse to the ground. And he steps over you going, I didn't want to do it. Why didn't you just do what I want? And then he reaches down into your bag of holding and pulls out the Reaper Scream and says, you want this one, Uncle Tyler?
Are you going to kill me if I say no?
No, I don't have instructions anymore. I'm improvising.
Oh, man. Sure.
Here you go. And he throws it to you, but you can catch it. Don't worry. He's not that bad at things.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
God.
It occurs to me as I reach out to grab this thing of like, there's going to be some fucked up ironic twist to touching this thing. And I've forgotten about the armor already. He throws it and I'm able to catch it.
Yeah. If you want to, you could not catch it if you wanted to just clatter to the ground. That's up to you.
I mean, we came here for this, so we have to have it on us if the day resets. So yeah, I have to take it. I have to catch it.
And you catch this weapon. It fits in your palm instinctively, and there is a dark presence around it. You can feel kind of the aegis of death, the strange wafting menace, but it does you no harm while you're wielding this blade. You realize it has for you the effective stats of a +2 longsword.
Okay.
So single hand D8, double handed D10, plus your strength +2. And it's also a +2 weapon for the purposes of attack. There is a rune when you look at its shaft, and I will say with your relative amount of experience, it is clearly amongst these bones a sigil of death.
Okay.
It's like the perfect sword for Shadow Nemesis, and he turned it down.
You know,
Well, I have to because I have my axe. My axe is my favorite weapon.
it's also like if you attack and do damage, apparently it gives you temporary HP or something. I don't know. Yeah.
That was going to be my
Well, I
suggestion.
forgot. So I just
You know?
wanted to go in a hole.
Yep.
I only had one. Maybe people need to tell me this.
So, Tyler, you have claimed the Reaper's Scream. It is in your hand. You feel this deadly weapon thrumming with energy that is now yours to command. New Rogue, you are fully rolled up into a cigar of webbing, yelling for your friends to kill this T-Rex that you thought would save them. Dell, you are underground, being carried by a giant badger that you summoned deeper into a hole it is digging to keep you safe, while your boar is also stuck in the webs, fully exposed and unable to defend itself. The Doctor Deputy stands over a fallen Shadow Nemesis, having killed him the second time for him not doing his job. And it's time for the T-Rex to act. And we'll end this episode right there.
Oh my God.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras, and our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Dragonfly, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Beef Not Cheese, Kai Koa, Squire Solaire, Sandy Sassy Pants, Adam, Amira Lockhart, James Molina, Nick Hemsing, Alex LaFountain, Mickey Blake, Seth Cambron, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.